What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rangers Talk. It has been a while since we've done one. I think it's been about 2 weeks now, but we're back finally. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the preseason that finally started. We're seeing different line combinations on Twitter that's getting everyone furious. So we'll talk about it all. Before we do, leave a like if you enjoy this and subscribe if you guys are new. We're just going to jump into this, though, because we do have a lot to talk about here. Of course, here with Nico and Nick, we don't know where he is. We don't know,
Maybe
but
anticipating him joining soon. I don't know, later. Who knows?
he's late. If there's one thing you could count on Nick for, it's being late. So we don't know when he's going to be here. Your guess is as good as ours, but we do have a lot to talk about. And we're gonna start with something that we still haven't even talked about. That it hit me when I was looking through the last time we recorded. We have not talked about the Niels Lundqvist
Yep.
trade. It has been that long, but yeah, if you guys didn't know, Niels Lundqvist was traded for. Well, you probably know. If not, you're living under a rock. He was traded for a first round pick from Dallas that has a condition on it, and a fourth round pick that has a condition. The condition on the first round pick is if it's a top 10 pick, the Rangers get Dallas's first round pick in 2024. And for the fourth round pick, if Niels Lundqvist gets 50 plus points, I think it's this year and next year combined or something, or in one of the 2 years, if he gets 50 points in the season, it becomes a third round pick. I mean, it's a heist. That was a heist. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no doubt about it. I mean, I don't understand how Chris Drury does it. How do you get a first round pick for this guy who wanted out? He's not looked that impressive when he was playing in the NHL. It amazes me, and along with a fourth round pick. But yeah, the condition is top 10 protected. I mean, look, if Dallas probably won't be in the top 10, I don't think there'll be a lottery team. So we'll probably have I'd assume around a 15 to 18 range pick, in my opinion, in the first round this
It's
year, which
debatable though.
is
I
great.
mean, Robertson, it's looking
Yeah,
like he's
I
gonna
don't
hold
know.
out.
Yeah, if that they don't have Robinson, or Robertson, that's a huge blow. But yeah, I'm happy. I mean, how could you not be? This is definitely a highway robbery by Chris Cherry, and just gotta applaud him for this one.
I'm trying to understand though. The trade system's just funny, isn't it? You got a guy that Drury, the first trade that he ever made, he had a guy who's a restricted free agent, never asked out or anything, and you fetched a second round pick and Sammy Blais for him. Now you get a first and a fourth for Niels Lundqvist. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but I'm trying to understand the trade market at this point. I really just don't get it.
Yeah,
How
it's all
for a
over the
player that
place.
wanted out, I know right-handed shot defensemen are so valued in this league or whatever, but I mean, how do you pull that trade off? I don't understand. But yeah, Dallas, this could be a very great pick for the Rangers when it comes to if it's this year or next year. If it's this year, all right, well, great, because this is considered one of the deepest draft classes. And if not, all right, next year, Dallas might be bad, especially if Robertson does end up leaving, because there's rumors about Buffalo jumping in the offer sheet, and there's rumors about trades, whatever it may be. If Robertson's out the door, I mean, I don't know what Dallas is going to do. Pavelski's not getting any younger. Ben and Sagan are not getting any younger. They don't have a lot. They have some solid prospects, but nothing that's like, oh yeah, this guy's going to step in and change the culture and the franchise. So I don't know. The Rangers are in a pretty good spot when it comes to this Dallas pick, and it gives you ammunition at the deadline, which is what I mentioned. Now you have flexibility to move your first round pick if you do want to go that route. So I don't know if they will, but you do have that flexibility now.
Yep, exactly. That's another thing I forgot to mention. As you said, I mean, you could use this first round pick as an asset. I mean, it is a very stacked draft class, as you said as well. So I don't know if you want to be moving first round picks this year, but if you're looking really good, you want to go all in like you kind of did last year. I mean, go for it. There's going to be some stars available at the trade deadline. We know that. Um, so yeah, no, it gives you a lot of
He's trying
flexibility,
not to
as you
say it.
said. I'm not gonna say the name. I mean, there's other people out there, but yeah, there's definitely some flexibility for sure.
Well, yeah, we're gonna jump into the line combinations later, but I mean, if the lines continue to stay that the way that it looks like they're gonna be on opening night, I may be on that Patrick Kane front with you because I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty upset when it comes to the right wing scenario with the first line, but we will talk about that later on. Luca, what is up? Welcome. I'm doing great personally, even though the Mets, kind of just made
They
me feel
ruin things.
defeated, but we're not going to talk about it. But Luca, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Watching us at 11 o'clock at night. I don't know. That
On
might
this
be.
Saturday night, what a
I
legend.
don't know. We're all living sad. I think there, but
Just waiting for Rangers hockey. I mean, we're counting down the days here to single digits basically in about an hour.
yeah, almost just
Or
9
regular
days left
season, I
here.
should say. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we've had the preseason, and there's been a couple things that we're gonna, I guess, transition to that. There's been some good, there's been some bad. I want to know from you, who has been the most disappointing player in your eyes this preseason so far?
The most disappointing player to me, I think, has to be Vitaly Kravtsov.
Yeah,
I haven't seen much from him. Not a lot of urgency. You expect this guy to kind of light it up with the way this whole situation has went. Him holding out last year, requesting the trade. You need this guy to be fired up and produce for you. But I just haven't seen a lot from him. He's not. He's looking a little lazy out there, in my opinion. Not shooting, and he's just making bad decisions to me. I'm not liking his play so far. I just hope he can turn it around though, because he's a vital piece here. We need to kind of break out.
yeah, I completely agree. Especially if the lines are going to be deployed that the way we're seeing so far. If Vitaly Kravtsov doesn't produce in the top six for you, then you have a lot of problems. They sent Offman back to Flint, which I don't agree with, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, overall, Kravtsov definitely has been very disappointing. Just making some bad decisions with the puck. That no look pass that he made the other night against New Jersey led to a breakaway. Jones broke up the play, but still, you can't be making plays like that. I know you're playing with Panarin. You might be thinking, I could do the same plays he does, but you're not Artemi Panarin. You're not.
Mm.
So I'm a little disappointed with Kravtsov. Another guy that, if I want to drop another name here that I'm disappointed in, Ryan Carpenter. I was expecting him to be a bit of a more not productive in terms of offense, but just in terms of his defensive role, winning faceoffs, everything. We haven't really seen that from him, and it's been kind of disappointing in my opinion. I don't know if you agree or what, but I think that Carpenter could be better. Trying to think of other names here, but would you say Carpenter has been disappointing?
Yeah, I totally agree. That's another good pick. We need someone to fill the shoes of Tyler Mott around here, and we were expecting Ryan Carpenter to kind of do a similar thing, but we haven't seen the face-off winning we expected from him, as well as the tenacious defense that Tyler Mott brung. I'm not trying to just compare the two, but definitely a little underwhelming because these bottom six guys are important more than you think. So I mean, we're gonna need Ryan Carpenter to really step up his game for us, and hopefully he can just thrive under Gallant like he did in Vegas.
Yeah, completely agree. You need to see a bit more from him, and I don't know. I don't know if he's going to. I don't know if he's going to be on the opening night roster if certain players keep playing the way that they have, which we'll
Yeah.
talk about in a minute. But you're good. Kind of sad too that the Rangers are not playing till Wednesday, and I can't even watch it because it's going to be on TNT. Are you talking about the home opener, or are you talking about the next preseason game? Not sure what you mean there, but yeah. In terms of other disappointing players, Robertson was kind of disappointing, who got sent
Yeah.
back down. I was expecting more of a battle from him, especially with the glaring hole that you have here, although maybe not glaring anymore, but there was a pretty sizable hole coming into this thing on that left side, and Robertson didn't do good enough. I'd have to say him. In terms of other guys, I'm just trying to think of who else. I was surprised we didn't see Lori Painiemi play this preseason. That was a name when we saw him in the roster cuts. I was shocked he didn't get a look. I really can't think of other names here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Garan, who had his controller die on one of the plays there, but outside of that, I like what I saw from him. I need to quickly pull up the roster because I'm just forgetting certain names here, but there were certainly a couple guys that were disappointing. I'd say though overall there wasn't too much disappointing. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I would say definitely more impressive than disappointing so far. We've had our fair share of impressive players. I'd say there's only a few glaring disappointing players, but other than that, I haven't seen much concern to have about some of these other guys that have been playing in the preseason thus far.
Will Coley might be another one I'm a bit disappointed in. I wanted a bit more from him
True. It's a good
that I
pick.
could say, but yeah, we'll move on to the good of it and
Mhm.
who have been the most impressive players in your opinion. And I ended up putting up a poll that has
I
three
see.
players. I'd say these three players
Mhm.
definitely. Uh,
100%.
you have
Top
the
three.
poll up also.
Yeah, I have it. I see it right here.
Yeah, I think that they've been very impressive. That being Zach Jones, Gustav Riedel, and Jimmy Vesey. Do you have anyone that's not here that you would agree has been impressive? Because I think I have a few others.
Um, I like what I mean. I don't know if you want to consider this guy, but I think Alexi Lafreniere looks a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You can't put him in the tier of these other guys that you have here, like Jones, VZ.
I mean, you
But
could because we're looking for a
yeah,
step forward from him. So I could see
exactly.
him being under the impressive category here.
That's true. Yeah, I think he's been very good. But yeah, going off this poll, I mean, definitely Jimmy VZ, in my opinion, has been the most impressive.
This is another one. Yaro's been great.
Halak, yeah, he looked great against the Devils when he stepped in.
Yeah,
100%.
I liked Halak. I don't think Louis Domingue was awful in the last game that he played, but
I agree.
he's not worthy of the impressive spot for me. A guy I was going to mention, I mean, how could you not mention Keandre Miller? Keandre
Oh
Miller has
yeah,
been absolutely unreal, and we're going to talk about this later, but an extension better be in the works because he's going to be unreal this season.
he's gonna get the bag.
He's going to be unreal, and I definitely have to say that he has been far and away one of the most impressive players this preseason. Some of the plays that he's been making, just absolutely unreal. I mean, both defensively and offensively, the way he just carries the puck up into the offensive zone, unreal. And another guy, Brennan Hoffman, I wanted to mention, who got sent back to Flint. I think scored twice tonight. Maybe got the hat trick. I'm not sure. I know he tried the Michigan for the hat trick, but
Hmm.
ended up missing that. But I think Hoffman should have got his 9 games after what we saw. I do. I like this play
Yeah,
a lot. And I think he was deserving of it, but I guess management feels differently. I just don't understand how he didn't get a chance when it's not like you have some role players battling it out here, sure, but I mean, I'd rather have Brendan Hoffman playing with Zibanejad and Kreider than having Blay or Goudreau play with them.
yeah, no, I agree for sure. I think Ottman. I was disappointed in sending him back to Flint. That happened yesterday now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was disappointing because now we're just doing this whole experiment. Who's going to play with Kreider and Zibanejad, Blay, Goodrow? Like, I feel like you're just forcing this. Like, I think Ottman could have been really good. Just send the kid right up there with these two studs. See how it pans out. It doesn't pan out. It doesn't pan out. You try something different again. But I mean, I think he looked really good as well in that first preseason game. But yeah, definitely disappointed. But we'll see him no doubt again really soon.
Yeah, hopefully we see him back fairly soon because he looked great. He's definitely going to be here next season. I don't think that's a question, but I wonder if I really hope I should say that at the end of the OHL season he ends up coming back up to help us maybe on a bit of a run there towards the end. But I think he should have got the 9-game sample. I really do. Like, what hurts about it? Worst case, you send him back down and it didn't work. I guess that there's just been other guys that Gallant has liked, which one of them we'll talk about, Jimmy Vesey. I mean, shut me up, Jimmy. Shut me up. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he has been this good. That defensive play that he made last night,
Oh,
unreal.
it was a work of art.
That was Tyler Motlake. That was a great play. And that goal that he scored in the first game, he's looked great. And they're gonna have to keep him after this PTO. Granted, I'm worried. I'm worried that they're gonna keep Dryden Hunt around over him. But I don't know if you think differently.
Yeah, the Rangers are. I mean, Jimmy Vesey is giving the Rangers a really tough time about releasing him on the PTO here. He's looked insanely good in his return to the Rangers, and I think we could most definitely see him on that opening night roster. Granted, we know Gallant has quite the fascination with Dryden Hunt, so you can't be shocked at all if Jimmy Vesey is not on this team, but I just don't see how you could do that after how he's looked so far. It's been impressive, and I just really hope he finds a way to be on the roster here because, I mean, how do they not see it and we do,
Yeah, completely agree. And we'll talk further in depth about the overall roster soon. But yeah, Jimmy Vesey has to be on the roster. He's just looked absolutely unreal. But before we talk more about that, just because we're going to go in depth with the roster and line combos, Gustav Riedel, another guy that I have in the poll, he's been great. And I'm seeing exactly what Statboy Steve was saying with looking like Pierre-Edouard Bellemare over in Tampa because he's looked like that. He's got wheels. He's got wheels for what is he? He's got to be like what 6'4" at least, right?
I
He's
think
got some
so.
height.
He's a big dude. I'm gonna look that up right now. Actually, he is 6'3".
6'3".
6'3",
Yeah,
198.
and he's got some wheels there too. He's been unreal, making some great defensive plays as well. And I think he's been better than Carpenter, both him and VC. I think both of them right now. I'd play both of them over Hunt, over Carpenter, over Reeves. I would on that fourth line. I'd play them with Barca Gudra right now. Which
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, which we'll talk about again in a minute, but that's right now what I would do. And then Zach Jones, unreal. Last night especially, if that didn't win him, if that game alone didn't win him the last defensive spot role, I don't know what will because that was unreal. The only problem that I have right now is even if he does win the roster spot, if there's an injury to this defense, oh boy.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy, we're looking at Jared Tenorti. We're looking at Libor Hayek. This is going to be they need a depth defenseman.
Yeah.
They needed it.
I was very surprised they didn't bring in another defenseman, veteran on a PTO or just like a league minimum deal, because oh boy, like God forbid you suffer an injury, you can't have Jared Tenorti playing in the NHL for you. He's oh God, I don't even want to talk about how horrible he is. That Calgary game is just a summary of it last year. Libor Hayek, we've tried that experiment one too many times. He's another just incompetent NHL player. You can't be trotting him out there. But yeah, Zach Jones should no doubt win the spot. Gallant's making it seem like it's still a very big competition. Granted, people out there are saying, keep Jones motivated and whatnot. But I mean, I don't know. Like Gallant, this is something he would do to put Libor Hayek still in this opening night roster
Or
over
Tenorti
Zach
because
Jones.
he's a fan of bigger defensemen. We saw how long it took Nemeth to get out of this lineup. But maybe there's a trade to be had still because, I mean, we can't forget Julian Gauthier wanted out.
Yeah,
and
he's still here.
I mean, the guy, he's looked good this preseason, but it's
he
the
can't
same
finish.
problem. He can't. And it gets to the point where you can't be playing him. You can't be playing him if he can't finish his chances. And how nice would it have been to have that trade reverse right now? I mean, we would need having a guy like Joey Keane being our seventh defenseman wouldn't be awful, but granted, not a lot of NHL experience, but I mean, he has some now at this point. Would have been nice to maybe have him, but maybe there's a trade for a depth defenseman. I don't know who's out there, who's available, but there still could be a trade in the works. They desperately need it, in my opinion. But either way, if not, I mean, by the deadline, I think I have a feeling of who's going to be taking that spot. But I think right now they really need to fill that spot. I don't know if they could wait till the deadline because, again, God forbid you have an injury, going to be a problem. And the guy that I'm referring to, I think Justin Braun's back by the deadline. I think he's back by the deadline for sure.
That's
Because
interesting.
why not? Because why not? I really feel like the Rangers might just call up Ottawa, bring Mott back, call up Philly, bring Braun back, and just run it back pretty much with what they had.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then maybe, obviously, you're not getting Cop or Vetrano,
Yeah,
too.
no
But
doubt.
maybe I think that there's going to be. They're going to add a top six winger probably too. Which again, we could discuss all this by the deadline. We're not even at opening night, but yeah, there's for the defense. That's where I have more of my questions. I'm not really too worried about the role players right now, especially with Mock on. Even though I did want him back, I don't have really as many questions right now with the bottom six as I did when he was out the door because guys have won me over. VC and Riedel have really won me over. So I have less concerns. And according to the poll right now, 7 votes, 43% tied for Zach Jones and Jimmy VC, it's looking like, and 14% saying Riedel. And we don't have anyone voting for the other option. But Lucas says, sorry, I didn't answer your question earlier, but I was talking about the preseason game this Wednesday against the Bruins. It's on TNT. I can't watch it, but it's preseason, so it's okay. Yeah, I mean, at least it's preseason. Like you said, at the end of the day, they're going to trot out there just guys that aren't regulars. It is what it is, which, by the way, do they need to shorten the preseason? Because I think so.
I think so.
What's the point of this? What's the point? Panarin's ready.
Yeah,
Just
like
extend camp.
we don't
Keep
need to
these
be
guys safe.
Yeah. We don't need to be watching more than like 3 preseason games. I mean, how many is it? Like, is it 5 or 6?
6.
6, yeah. Like, you could trim that down to half, whatever. These guys are ready from camp. Have had a summer long of training. I mean, come on. Let's get the show on the road.
Lafreniere getting that shot to the foot.
I know. That
Scared
could have
me.
been bad.
Ryan Lindgren getting hit in the face and bleeding already. Didn't scare me because that always happens, but also scared me a little. Just, they need to shorten the preseason. It's ridiculous to have it as many games. 2-3 games is more than enough. It's more than enough. And at the end of the day, most of the guys that they have try out during the preseason, either way, they don't make it to the team. They don't. In reality, when do these guys ever prove it to make it? It's very rare. It's very rare. And yeah, the preseason is very boring. Agree there. They need to shorten it. But we'll move on to something that's probably going to take up a lot of the time here. What will be the line combinations of the 23-man roster? Before we say what they'll actually be, what do you want the line combinations to be? Because that's 2 different discussions here. Or should we just say what they will be first, just because, we kind of know?
Yes, let's go over that first, and then we'll cross the what we want the line combinations to be.
All right. So for as of right now, how it's shaping out, at least according to reports, it's looking like Kreider, Zibanejad, Gaudreau is your first line. Second line, Panarin, Trocheck, Kravtsov. Third line, Lafreniere, Chytil, Kakko. The fourth line, still pretty up in the air.
That's up in the air.
I think they had today, who was it? Reeves, Hunt, and Carpenter, I think, on the fourth line, which I don't agree with, but sure. Although Sammy Blais is going to have to be somewhere in that conversation, actually. So I'm sure Blais was in the discussion there. But
exactly.
Yeah, that's what the lines look like. And then the defense was looking like how we do want it, though. The defense we don't really have to talk about. Lindgren Fox is your first defensive pair. Miller Truba is your second defensive pair. Your third pair should be Jones and Schneider, but we'll have to see. It's looking like that's what it was so far in camp and in the practice today. And then obviously we know the goaltending, but what do you want the lines to be is the question.
All right. Personally, for me, first line, I want you to have Kreider, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere. I think Lafreniere, he said it. He could play both wings. Just try keep it that way, and Lafreniere will guaranteed have a 60-plus point season, in my opinion. Just playing with those two guys, I think they all complement each other very well. Stick to that. That would be my first line. Second line, I agree with the Panarin, Trocheck. I'm debating between Kakko and Kravtsov on that right wing. I'll say Kravtsov. I think him and Panarin and Kravtsov could develop really good chemistry, and it can make for a really good second line. Obviously, Trocheck, true number 2 center there. I think that line could be very, very good. Third line now, I would go with hot take Jimmy Vesey, Philip Hedl,
Wow.
and Capo Kakko. I think that would make for a
That's
very
crazy
good
as
third
what
line.
I have right now. So
yeah. So that would be my third one. And fourth, I would go Sammy Blais, Barclay Goodrow, and Ryan Reeves. I think Ryan Carpenter is kind of an odd man out right now. Just keep him as an extra due to, injuries. Just swapping in for, one of the guys in the bottom 6 if, they need a little rest. Hot takes probably with a few of those,
third
but
line.
that's what
That's a
third
crazy
line is it's an interesting one, but I just
mean,
love Jimmy Vesey.
I have a very hot take after what we saw this preseason. This has got me kind of brewing something here that a lot of fans are going to clown me for. A lot of fans are going to hate me for. But hear me out. First line, Kreider's a badge at Lafreniere. We're in agreement there. Second line, Panarin, Hedl, Kravtsov. Third line, Goudreau, Trocheck, Kakko. Fourth line, VC, Riedel, Blais.
Wow.
And you're scratching Carpenter, Reeves, and Hayek. That is the way I would go about it. And I know it's not going to be popular, but I will explain myself here. The way that Panarin, Hedl, and Kravtsov played in that preseason game was so good to the point where I think you could get away with Trocheck on your third line. And just imagine how deep and how challenging it's going to be for teams to decide, do we want to put our shutdown line out there against Kreider, Zibanejad, Lafreniere, Panarin, Hedl, and Kravtsov, or Goudreau, Trocheck, and Kakko? I understand everyone's going to say, well, it didn't work last year having Hedl with Panarin. Hedl is looking like a different player. Even in the preseason, he looks like he's building off of what he did in the playoffs. He looks like a different player. The question will be, can he win enough faceoffs? That's a big question mark. But from what I'm seeing from him, I think that you could get away with it, and good luck to teams deciding who you're going to play your matchup line against. And say you have a bit of question marks on the third line. Okay, Barclay Goudreau could just slot down the fourth line, move Blais up, move VC up, whoever you want to. Okay, I don't know, maybe Julian Gauthier tearing it up in Hartford. Call him up and put him there. You have a lot more options, I feel like, where right now you're kind of throwing up in the air and just you're hoping for magic here with this first line with either Goudreau or Blais, when in reality we saw last year, and we're seeing it in preseason too. That's the difference between Hedl on the second line and this scenario. We're seeing that it doesn't work. Blais and Goudreau cannot keep up with Kreider and Zibanejad. It's that simple, and Lafreniere obviously will. And if you don't want to do that, I'd be fine with Kravtsov up there, and then maybe you throw Kakko with Panarin and Hedl, Lafreniere with Trocheck and Goudreau. I just feel like you have so much more flexibility if you're 1 is Zibanejad, your 2 is Heedle, and your 3 is Trocheck. That's my reasoning for it.
That's very interesting. I see what you're getting at with that. I mean, look, if Heedle, I think he could take on a number 2 center role. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. Like, I think he would play very well with Panarin and Kravtsov, as we saw in the preseason game. It's just a matter, as you said, faceoffs. Heedle has had faceoff problems, and you want your top 2 guys, being above 50% faceoff percentage guys. So I don't know if you could provide that, but that is an electric offensive line right there. I mean, the defense I have my questions about because Trocheck really balances the defense out of my opinion. But I mean, hey, then having Goudreau, Trocheck, Kakko on that third line, that's just a tenacious defensive line. Like I understand what you're getting at. It makes teams just think and think and think. What are you gonna trot out against these type of guys? Because I mean that's a very good defensive line, can provide the offense. So it's a good idea. I just don't see it happening. Obviously, they brought Trocheck here to play with Panarin,
Yeah, it's not
as
gonna
we've
happen.
heard. Yeah, it's just it's a fun little idea to put out there because I mean, hey, it could work, but just unfortunately, we probably won't see it.
If things aren't working early on in the season, they definitely need to try something like this. And yeah, I can understand the defensive aspect, which is why I'm saying, all right, if you really need to, all right, Kakko with Heedle and Panarin, all right, and then Kravtsov could be on that third line. You're still fairly effective. It just the possibilities are endless there. The only problem also that you have is Gallant loves Ryan Reeves, so
Hmm.
not too sure if you're going to be able to get this type of lineup because of Ryan Reeves. But let's see the comments. I wonder who this could be. Really
Oh,
wonder who this could
I
be.
know who that is. 31 Shesterkin, the goat.
Uh, Core, I know I've said this plenty of times, but there's no way they're going to have Hayek over Jones with Schneider. Oh, you underestimate Gallant. Oh,
He
you
does.
underestimate Gallant. Uh,
Luca, you got to know better.
I don't prepare yourself like that. Just prepare to be disappointed, and that will make you feel so much better if you end up being
Yeah,
if it ends up being
expected.
Jones and Schneider. You got to keep your expectations low here.
Mhm.
Listen, I fully respect your opinion about Trocheck, but I have to say that I still think Trocheck should be the second line center. Please don't get mad at me. I'm not going to get mad at anyone for having their opinion. Anyone could give their opinion, and I'll respect it. It is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, I could see the argument for either or because, like Nico said, having Trocheck there just balance things out defensively to have him with Panarin. So I could understand that. The only issue and the only thing that worries me right now is you even if you do that, my concern's mainly with the wing because I really don't know what they're gonna do with the first line right wing spot, and it should be Lafreniere, but I don't know if
Who
it's gonna
knows?
be.
Yeah.
I don't know, and that's the issue that I'm having here. But I think the
What you said though.
23-man roster is kind of shaping out to be exactly how I said. The only question is going to be with Tryon Hunt
Hmm.
because we know Gallant loves Hunt, but how do you have him on the roster? How do you have him on the roster when Carpenter's been uh is better than him, I should say, when VC's been just unreal, Riedel's been unreal, and then Gallant loves Ryan Reeves, and you're not gonna get rid of Reeves at that 1.7 million cap hit, especially after you've just picked him pretty much over Tyler Mott. So and over a depth defenseman. So I don't know. I don't know how you fit Tryon Hunt in this roster. And then you were seeing earlier too, they might roll with a 22-man roster. That would be interesting because who? Who?
Exactly. I mean, I would be interesting. I don't know. There's so many like just guys forwards here that are fighting for spots, and who knows who's gonna get the spot and who's gonna be an extra, be sent down. It's gonna be interesting, and it'll all unfold here over this next week. So it's gonna be exciting to see. But I also wanted to say about like Panarin, Hedel, and Kravtsov, as you mentioned. Panarin, when he talked about in his media, when they talked to him for the first time, he wants to be more responsible in his own end, which we haven't really seen from him. So I like to hear that a lot. Hopefully, he stays true to his word, and we need him to be responsible on both ends of the ice because I mean it could cause problems a
That's
lot.
what we signed him for too. I mean, we can't forget that in Columbus, he was known for being a more responsible guy defensively as well. That's what he was known for, being just elite on both ends of the puck. That's part of why they got him. And part of that, I guess, because John Tortorella forced it on him. But at the same time, it made him a better player. And yeah, he needs to go back to those ways for sure. And that would change the entire dynamic here of this.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, we saw. Unfortunately, my eyes saw that.
Disgraceful.
I wish they didn't. I don't know what was more painful tonight for my eyes, watching the Mets or seeing that mascot, but both were just as disgraceful. So I will say that. Uh, Listen, I understand you want to try to have the next Gritty. I understand, but it's not gonna happen. It just isn't. So
Not at all.
you gotta quit because it's just not. But yeah, I think that overall with the 23-man roster, I think it's pretty much set in stone here. I really don't see anyone else. And then who ended up getting cut today outside of Niemi? I know he did. Othman obviously did. Let me see who got
I
cut today.
tweeted it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna quickly check. But they cut a fair amount of guys. Ty Emberson, Tim Gettinger, Adam Walensky as well, and then Will Culley. So the next round of cuts would probably be Brzezinski. I'm trying to think who else is even on remaining here on the roster. Gauthier.
Yeah, I mean it's coming
Tinordi,
hard
hopefully.
to cut some of these guys here at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be tough decisions here. Louis Domingue was also sent down
That's
today.
so sad, man.
Yeah, Domingue sent down, needs to be put on waivers. Yeah.
Please clear him.
Yes, don't take Mr. Spicy Pork and Broccoli. Please don't. We need him. We need King Louis. And he got those custom pads and everything. What is he going to do if he goes to a different team?
I know. We're gonna just scum the guy.
You gotta have some balls to that. Go like all out with your team color on your pads, and then and risk of you getting claimed off waivers. But hopefully he doesn't get claimed. But we'll move on to the next discussion here because this is a major conversation. Do the Rangers need to lock up Keandre Miller or Alexi Lafreniere first?
Are we thinking like before the season? Like, are we talking?
I'd
like
love
this?
it. Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah. Oh man, I love both these guys. This is tough. They're both gonna need a lot of money. Think it. I don't know. I really don't know. I I'll say Keandre Miller, but dude, that's tough. They're both looking for north. I mean, Keandre Miller is going to be looking for at the end of the season. I think north of like 8 million. I don't know.
You think north of 8?
Actually, no, eight's crazy. Maybe like
Whoa.
six and a
Okay.
half.
No,
Yeah,
please,
that would be
no.
bad. Like 6.5, 7. 8 is a little overboard. Depending on, I mean, if he like goes crazy, it's like 60 points. I don't know, but I don't think that'll happen. And that's a crazy amount. But I don't know what you think.
I think it's going to be a number that starts with 5 or 6 and ends just with, it's going to be like, I don't know, 6,079,000 because that's how this works.
Yeah.
But I think you gotta lock Keandre Miller up first because he's been unreal, and your blue line is gonna need a guy like him. He's he's probably your second best defenseman. He
He
might
is.
even be your first by the end of the year. I need them to lock him up before the season because I
Yeah,
think
he's
he
gonna
has a
go.
legit chance to win the Norris this year. With how he's looking, I think he has a chance. So I shouldn't have said anything with the 8 because you know what? Maybe it is realistic for him to get 8 because
Maybe.
he's unreal right
I don't
now.
know. He looks like a stud. The way he just flies out there on the ice, not many defensemen can do that. It's Cale Makar type speed he's showing right now. He's great shutdown defenseman. We saw that all throughout the playoffs. His offensive ability is insane. I mean, he's a stud, and there's no other way around that. And he's gonna ask for a bag if we don't pay him before the season. I'm hoping we can get a deal done now, like a friggin' 7-year, 8-year for, as you said, like $6 million would be great. But I mean, if we don't lock him up soon enough, this guy goes and wins the Norris. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, and Roy here saying that he thinks Miller as well. Size, speed, can drive, and is getting more physical. Yeah, his physicality is something too that we're just not talking
Yeah.
about enough here. And for him to be able to skate at that size too, I
Nuts.
mean, how do you not lock this guy up long term? And I don't know if they could afford to bridge him. I don't know because we're gonna talk about this next because I do want to go into a rant. Because the salary cap, there's reported.
We had some positive news.
I'm also gonna go into a bit of a rant with it as well, but we will. We'll save that for the end because I'm a big CBA guy, but in terms of Keandre Miller, you can't afford to bridge him because if the salary cap goes up as much as they're saying, if you bridge him, that next deal is going to be
Oh boy, absurd.
we're looking maybe at Eric Carlson money.
Yep,
We
we
might be.
are.
We might be
No
looking
doubt.
more than Adam Fox. It's crazy to think about and it's rare for left-handed shot defensemen to get that much money too cuz outside of what Thomas Shabbat, I I can't really think of left-handed defensemen off the top of my head that are getting paid that much. I think Shabbat's the highest paid left-handed defenseman. Quinn Hughes is up there too, maybe. Actually, I don't know how much Quinn Hughes is making. Is he even making that much?
I think he's making.
I kind of want
I
to
think,
check now who's like the
yeah,
top left-handed defenseman in this league. If I could find
he
that, I
got
don't
an
know where that would
extension
be.
for sure. Obviously, 6 years, 47 million. So do the math. That's like 8
Oh, here we
million
go. I
about.
found on Cat Friendly where we could find it here. Okay, who is? I want you to try to guess who is the top paid left-handed shot. See if you can name the top 5
Top 5 left-handed shot defenseman.
highest paid.
Left-handed. Well, like in
I
a
didn't realize this
specific
guy was
order.
that young. I thought he was a bit older. The guy who's number 1.
Um, wait. What would you say? You thought he was a bit?
Older than
Oh,
24.
Darlene left-handed?
I
Is he not?
think he is, but no, he's not
He's
up
not.
there.
Hmm.
Dahlin's 18th.
Well, Shabbat's up there. I'm assuming just to get
Surprisingly
him.
not.
Oh, he's not. Quinn Hughes.
Nope. Hughes is
Whoa.
8th. Shabbat is 6th.
Is Seth Jones left-handed? No.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not. Um. Yikes. McAvoy's right-handed. Damn.
One guy was in the North conversation this past year.
Yossi?
He's 3rd.
Oh, he's
That was a
third.
given. Number 1 and 2 are shocking that they're the top paid.
Really?
A little
This is
shocking to me.
trying to go through the teams here. No one on the Maple Leafs. Dougie Hamilton?
No.
Is he left-handed? No, he's not left-handed. John Carlson's
He's
right-handed.
making 9.5 million.
Give me Western Conference or Eastern Conference.
East.
East.
Metro Division.
Metro Division. No one on the Flyers, Rangers. Islanders. Oh, Letang?
Nope. Letang's
Oh,
right-handed.
he's right-handed. What? Rowensky?
Yes. Zelensky,
Wow.
number 1. Number 2, Western Conference Pacific Division.
Pacific Division. Petrangelo? He's right, isn't he?
Not Petrangelo.
I'm not sure. We said Carlson's right-handed. Sharks, Ducks, Golden Knights, Oilers. I feel like Flames. Yeah. Am I saying one? I'm saying one of them. Dude, the Oilers overpaid for a defenseman. No. Oh, Darnell Nurse.
Yes. And
Yes.
Roy in chat just got that too. You got Yossi. 4th is in the Central Division.
In the Central Division. Taze, is he left-handed?
Nope.
No.
I think he is left-handed, but he's not getting paid that much.
Yeah. Wild, Avalanche, Blues, Torrey Krug, I doubt. And yeah. It's tough. Are the Coyotes on the Central, right? I feel like
What'd you say?
the Coyotes on the Central, right? If I'm not mistaken. No,
who is?
they're not. The Coyotes?
Oh,
they're
yeah, they're in the Central.
Oh, they are. Yeah, right.
But-
Well, no, they're not gonna have anyone.
They used to have the guy who was number 5.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yes, he's number 5.
Damn. And then number 4 is gonna be Wild, Blues, Avalanche. Coyotes. It's not gonna be anyone.
When you need a hero.
Oh, Miro Heiskanen.
When you need a hero, call up Miro. Yeah, Miro Heiskanen. Victor Hedman 7th is ridiculous.
That's blasphemy.
I hate Tampa. I hate Tampa, man.
They're
7.8
crazy.
million for Hedman.
They were just throwing around
7.8.
money this offseason too for these extensions. Sorelli, Chernak. There's other guys too.
I mean, how absurd is this? They had Hedman and McDonough at a combined like $12, $13 million cap hit. For your left side, that is not even like, that's not bad. Granted, I mean, the Rangers right now are living great with Lindgren and Miller on the left side as your top 2, and they're making pretty much $4 million combined.
That'll change soon, sadly.
That's gonna change after this year, sadly. But Ryan Lindgren, I mean, I'm worried about him either way being moved after this year.
Lindgren, Gaudreau.
If Jones has a great year,
oh yeah,
I think you're looking at a scenario where you're gonna have Lindgren and Gaudreau out the door after this year.
Yep, I see
a
very big scenario.
Going to be pricey.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of multiple guys here. You're gonna have to give extensions to, and Keandre Miller Lafreniere will take up over $10 million of that, 100%. And I mean, I would love for the Rangers to keep Ryan Lindgren. He's iconic deep pairing with Adam Fox, been best friends for a while now, so that would definitely hurt. But I mean, if Zach Jones looks so great, you play him. You play Jones with Trouba.
You joined at the wrong time.
Oh,
you joined at the wrong time. Joined at the wrong time.
Yeah, we're not even gonna mention what we were gonna say. So you could probably figure it out though.
Was this the guy that came with the Heat last time too, with like Stu Bickle?
Oh, was it?
I
feel like it wasn't a Jesse. I don't know.
I don't know, but you came in with the. If it was you came in with the Heat last time with the Stu Bickle comments.
He went off.
Yeah, he went crazy. I don't know. Maybe was I don't know what was going on that night, but that guy was unreal with the Stu Bickle comments. But yeah, I think there's a serious discussion that they're going to have, whether it's one of the two, and unless they do move Trouba either way, unless they do. That's the only scenario that you really have, because It's either you're deciding. I mean, it's a no-brainer for us fans. Where would you rather two great players versus one overpaid player, or would you rather vice versa? And to that, I say Truba, see you later, because I'd much rather Goudreau and
Yeah.
Lindgren, and I
It-
don't think it's even close.
I agree. Yeah, it's a layup. Like, it's obviously Lindgren and Goodrow over Jacob Trouba's $8 million, which becomes movable in 2 years now, I believe.
Yes, 2 years.
So
Going halfway through this thing. Ugh.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I know Kucherov doesn't want to look stupid and just trade his captain like we did with Ryan McDonough, but that's something I'm scared about. They're gonna feel obligated to obviously keep Jacob Trouba.
I was having
But
this discussion with Nick though. What if Drury didn't get involved in naming
approve.
Truba captain?
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
Like,
if not, he's not gonna have any attachment there, and he'll just be like,
and
"Yeah, Truba,
yeah.
see you later, buddy.
Yeah,
See you when want to be ya."
Chris Drury definitely is. He doesn't play any games. He knows if he sees a bad, overpaid player out there on the ice, see you later. I don't give a crap, you know. So I don't think he did have much involvement, obviously, in that Jacob Trouba being named captain situation. So I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for your hockey team and not care about these types of things, you know.
I think there's a disconnection between Drury and Gallant here, because I said it last year that it felt like with Nemeth, Drury had to take Gallant's toy away, and it's just feeling like it's going to be the same here this year with a couple players. I mean, if Tenorti's playing over Jones, it's like, no, Gallant, put your toy back in the toy bin right now. You can't use that one, or put it back on the shelf. You can't buy this one. We're going with the other one. But I don't know. It feels like there's a disconnection a bit here. It really feels like there's a bit of a disconnection, because how does Gallant go from saying, "Oh yeah, Lafreniere and Kakko are going to be in the top 6 next year," to now we're in a spot where Barca Goudreau or Sammy Blais playing on the first line?
I don't
No,
understand it.
that's
Just
going to be a no for me, dog. And I feel like if Drury knew, he would have went out and he would have tried to bring Vetrano back. I really feel strong that way, that he would have moved heaven and earth if he had to bring him back. But unfortunately, Gallant lied, and here we are. Shocking, he lied. Just like Sammy Blais was fine after his injury, right? But I feel like there's a disconnection. I really do.
I can see that.
It
They
wasn't me. I
definitely
don't know
don't
what you're
agree.
talking about.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Yeah, it wasn't you.
It had to be someone else.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, it wasn't you. Kravtsov is going to score 100 points this year. I bought 30 young gun cards of his. Gonna be rich. Could I buy one off of you quickly? If
Yeah.
we're really going to be feeling that one.
This guy's
100 points,
investing
baby.
in these stocks. Crats up to the moon. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, if he does, I'll name my first kid Vitali. If he gets 100 points,
if he gets
I'm
100
pulling the
points,
mark there. I'll name my first kid Vitali.
yeah.
But you have to have a very high IQ to understand Kraftsov's game.
It had to be him. Jesse, you're lying. That this is you from last time.
Meanwhile, draft night, he was like, "You're so stupid, Gordon. You should have took Wallstrom. Should have took Dobson. Because there's no way you were sitting on your couch watching draft night. Yes, 40 chess. Vitaly Kravtsov, baby. Let's go."
Oh, great.
Unreal.
That is great.
Yeah, he shouldn't be, but Chris Drury.
We've seen crazier things.
Chris Drury Gallant loves to be. Yeah. All right. Anyway, before I lose my mind, say something I shouldn't, but yeah, Gallant definitely infuriates me with the lineup. He does, but
yeah.
Now we will go into a bit of a rant here. Mr. CBA guy here is ready.
Take it away.
I have a question. Reveal yourself. Who are you? Who are you that decided to leak this information about the salary cap? Who are you? Reveal yourself. Because I have a bone to pick with you. Why? Why'd you do this? You must hate the Rangers. You don't want Lafreniere and Miller to get reasonable extensions, do you? You hate New York. You don't want Barzell to get a reasonable extension, do you? I'm trying to understand who allowed this information to get leaked because you are putting yourself in a scenario where this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. This offseason is going to be a nightmare now. Oh,
It's gonna be ugly.
yeah, that's an understatement. I'm happy the cap's going up. It should be going up by more at this point. We shouldn't even be in a scenario where we have a salary cap. That's a whole different discussion. But
Wow.
I mean, we could go down that rabbit hole for a bit. I'm trying to understand why this flat cap is the way that it is. Why are we punishing teams for gathering quality assets? Because we're in a scenario where the Rangers might have to move a guy like Ryan Lindgren, guys like Barker Goodrow, guys that they're willing to pay, a guy like Goodrow who they're willing to pay for. They might have to move him already because of the fact that, oh, sorry, the cap says no, you can't have these quality players on your team. You can't have this many. We got to help the smaller markets and everything. When in reality, these smaller markets still are not putting together good hockey teams and they have internal caps to begin with. So it doesn't make sense to me. The Rangers shouldn't have had to move Pavel Buchnevich. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have had to move a lot of the players that they've had to. And now you're in a scenario where they're going to have to move more. Ryan Lindgren, you get this quality asset to help you kickstart your rebuild. You get such a great young defenseman there. Oh, sorry. Salary cap says no. You can't keep him around. I just don't understand why. And then you're living in a world with a flat cap, but the RFA system is so incredibly dumb. Jason Robertson should be on a team right now. Why is this system not like the NBA where a team could go out there like Buffalo who's interested? We have the salary cap. We're going to be willing to pay Robertson, and the Stars have X amount of days to go out there and try to clear up cap to match the offer to keep Robertson. If not, so long. You got to go to Buffalo. No compensation or anything. Why is it the way that it is? If teams are willing to spend on these players, why? Why should guys have to hold out because the salary cap is so ridiculous with it being 82.5 million and oh, whoop-de-doo, 1 million next year too.
Round of applause.
I just don't get it. And now we're going to deal with a lockout. We're going to. And it's going to be infuriating when it happens.
Totally. It could totally happen. There should be something
built in the cap where you're allowed to sign players you drafted for more money and not go against the cap, something like that. I mean, how about this for an idea? How about that? I mean, you have so many options to go with the salary cap to make it a improved system, to make it a system where that actually makes sense. Like, why is it that you don't get rewarded for being a big market team? You don't get rewarded. And again, don't give me anything, any smaller market fans. Don't give me the, oh, well, it's unfair for us. Because like I said, most of these teams are operating on an internal cap that is less than the actual salary cap. If you don't know what I mean by an internal cap, teams that aren't willing to spend as much because they're a smaller market or they just want a budget, whatever, they elect to tell their general manager, you can't spend up to the 82 million and a half. You can only spend up to, let's say, 75 million and a half. In what world does it make sense to allow the cap to be this way? I don't know if you have strong thoughts on this like I do, but this is something I'm very passionate about, if you couldn't tell.
Oh, I could tell. Yeah, I'm definitely not as passionate on the subject as you are. I mean, you got strong opinions, but no, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Yeah, this whole scenario where oh, you got to help out the smaller markets, keep it fair. Okay, like, whoa, so just what's gonna happen with the big markets? Like exactly what you said, they should be rewarded for being a big market. It's ridiculous. They definitely got to make adjustmts to it, and yeah, as you said, it should go up more. It should be pushing 100 million, in my opinion. Should be awarded reward for developing players,
Yep.
no doubt.
And we live in a world where, nope, nope,
That doesn't happen.
you developed your player. Well, sorry. Once he has to get paid, you have to say goodbye to him because we
Crazy.
want other teams to be competitive when even then the Arizona Coyotes and teams like that are still refusing to spend and still refusing to be quality
Yes,
teams.
exactly.
And right now there is a minimum salary cap unless you're saying if they were to go the route of like an MLB system where it's a luxury tax type system. Yes. Then yes. Simple answer to me. You force these smaller market teams to spend by having a minimum cap. Allowing big markets to grow and succeed makes hockey itself grow, which would include smaller markets.
Another excellent point.
It's simple. I mean, how many people in New York show up to Yankee games because they're a big market team? You see everybody, like even out of state, rocking Yankee hats, rocking Dodger hats. You see it. You're telling me if I leave New York, I'm going to see one person, maybe in Florida, maybe in Carolina, rocking a Rangers hat,
No,
rocking a
absolutely
Kings
not.
hat? No,
No
no.
chance.
And there's stories about LA Kings players saying, like, yeah, it's nice that we could just walk around the city and nobody even knows who we are. Like, people don't go up to us, but they'll see Clayton Kershaw and it's like, hey, we know you.
Hmm.
It's
That's crazy.
it's sad though too.
Yeah.
Just FYI, before the cap, the Rangers used to sign free agents and almost never worked out. Oh, I'm well aware that it never worked out, but that's also my other point is why does it matter so much if it never worked out for
Yeah.
certain teams? The
Keeping it
Leafs did
fair
it too.
still at the end of the day.
It was still fair, and if anything, I'd be more comfortable with the Rangers right now not having a hard cap. I mean, that would help us a lot right now, but sadly, it's not going to happen. But nothing will make hockey grow as much as Vitali Krasov. Oh my god.
He appreciates the aesthetics of the sport. This guy loves Vitaly. And I hope we all love him as much as you do by the end of the year.
I can't take it serious.
Oh,
Unreal.
it's great. That is great.
The whole drama with him was a whole part. Oh my, okay. Enough Vitali. One thing that is a big disadvantage is the tax on player salaries playing in New York. Don't get me started with this one, Tail. I mean, that's a whole nother problem. These smaller markets have an advantage in the market already. Tampa Bay is not paying any of their players more than $10 million.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
It took until this year. Not even this year. Next year, Nathan McKinnon's going to be the first player on the Avs to make more than $10 million.
Oh, wow. I don't know that.
Why? Why?
That's crazy,
It's
man.
so stupid.
It's appalling.
I don't understand why. I could go into this for hours and hours and hours. I just don't understand why the NHL is the way that it is.
I agree with you 100%.
Oh my god.
Wow. Who's who though?
I think I know which way it is, and I'm gonna cry.
I've gotten the Braden Schneider comparison a few times before by
I see
TikTok
it.
comments. Do you really? Wow.
I see it.
You got to clarify for us, Jesse.
I'm hiding. I'm hiding now.
Have you ever got the Tony D comparison?
Oh yeah. Nick gave me the Vinny Trocheck the
Vinny
other day
Trocheck. We got Vinny Trocheck.
because
We
of the
got Tony
hair
D.
growing out.
Yeah.
Johnny Gaudreau's the popular
The
one.
Johnny Gaudreau.
What else have I got? I've gotten Vetrano.
Really?
Yeah.
John's a great looking dude, so that's a compliment. So is, I think, Johnny, to be fair. Johnny's. Eh.
I've somehow gotten Marner too. That one I don't see
Marner.
at all
I don't
too.
see I don't see
I
Marner.
don't see Marner. I don't see Vetrano. I don't see Gaudreau. I don't see D'Angelo. I don't see any of them.
You don't see any?
I don't. Oh,
That's good. Yeah.
look like Tony D. Ugh.
We don't want to be reminded of him.
Wait. Matthews, he said? I'll wait for the comment to come in. Who
Oh my
looks like
God.
Matthews, me?
Oh no. Oh no.
As long as you're saying I don't have the hairline, I'll take that.
Hey, Matthews is not the worst. Yeah, the hairline.
And as
Humongous
I don't have the
forehead.
mustache too. Never will.
Yeah.
Nope. Absolutely not. No thanks.
Jesse's got some interesting comments
I
tonight.
will not be growing a mustache.
Oh
Not at
man.
all. Matthews, I don't.
Ugh.
You got
Matthews.
fat and grow a mustache.
Damn.
No,
Cole Matthews fat.
I wouldn't see it. I don't see it still. I don't look like Matthews. No,
Johnny Gaudreau is a good comparison for sure.
I don't see it still. I
You
don't think I ever will.
That's the most popular for sure, as you said. I mean,
Yeah, that one.
that's
I
all over
get
Twitter.
I get that one too much, and yeah, the comments are quite interesting with those too. I don't see it though. I don't see that. I don't see Vetrano. I don't see D'Angelo. He violated Matthews there. He got fat
Yeah.
and grew a mustache. Don't talk about future Ranger Austin Matthews like that. I don't appreciate
Oh,
that.
he's gonna be here by
I have his
comes
back.
free agent 2025. Yeah.
Yes.
He's a Ranger.
Future Ranger. Let's go.
Just know it. We're gonna be loving him when he's lifting that Stanley Cup multiple times for the Rangers. But it's another topic. Ooh, we saw that. I think I'm sure you saw it. Put a
And I'd
smile on my
love to
face,
see
to say
it.
the least. Put a big smile on my face for sure.
If
Because he just needed a good
because
defenseman or good decor. I'm sorry.
Because, yeah, Avs fans told me that their defensive core is the best in the league here. So, huh. 6 goals on 18 shots. Thought all he needed was a good defensive core. That's all he needed. Just consistent playing time. Sure, he made the right move. Shocking.
Common
Yeah,
Yuri
that
W.
Halak guy doesn't seem too bad. I think he'll have a solid NHL career. He's definitely a nice up and coming goalie for the Rangers. Looking solid so far. No experience so far.
Gonna be taking over Igor Shesterkin pretty soon enough.
Yeah, that's true. The biggest asset the Rangers have is Benoit Lair. True. We're lucky he doesn't count towards the cap. He'd be making bank. He'd be making
He's
bank.
generational for this franchise. What he does,
I can't
developing.
wait to see what Duran becomes with
Man,
from Benny.
the 1-2 with Shesterkin is gonna be dirty in the future. Expected goals, yikes! I didn't know that.
He can't stop a beach ball. Oh my God, he can't stop anything. And Avs fans are telling me they're going back to back.
We'll be seeing each other again. My Stanley Cup final prediction.
And I'm opening my stupid mouth when I shouldn't, because now he's gonna own us in the cup, isn't he?
Oh, that! Oh my God! I don't know what
I take that
do.
back, Georgiev. You're great. You're great. I bow down to you.
Bow down.
Great goalie. Great goalie. When was this though? I'm trying to find this.
Is it 2 days ago? Or was it yesterday? Shesterkin, hey, Shesterkin, don't underestimate his skill. He's been in the ring. I've been seeing him off season some training, working on the skills. He'd solo Georgiev in a fight.
Oh, he's lining up goals to who? Like, who are some of these guys?
No names, Georgiev.
I mean, William Carlson, Chandler Stevenson, fine, but like, come on. To elite fourth liner Keegan Kolazar? No.
Ooh, that's gross.
Actually, he didn't even allow that goal to Chandler Stevenson. So the
Oh,
only
he did it?
notable name was William Carlson, and that was a minute into the game.
Ooh, that's a bad look, Georgie.
That's an awful look. I have a
Horrible.
feeling when he comes back to the Garden, I don't think he's gonna play.
You know?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna Noah Syndergaard this one and duck.
Do you think when he returns to the Garden and we give him his welcome back video, we hear cheers or boos from
You
the
think he's
crowd?
getting a video?
I think so. The Rangers gave freaking yeah. Who did we give a
No.
video for
We can't
God's
hand
sake?
out videos like this. No.
I know. But hey, we gave a video to we gave one to a pathetic I feel like player. I mean, we gave one to Tony D. But
They did?
they did. They threw it. They just threw it in there though with who is it? Friggin'
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Foss.
So they felt obligated to, though.
Yeah, Foss.
Actually, no,
and
I don't think
Smith.
they even put him in because I think I remember them putting they put Foss and
Smith.
and Shea, Smith and Shea, and I think they didn't put in put Tony in, and everyone was making like a big deal about that. That's why. Because I think I remember that. Georgiev, no, he can't. Oh, he can't.
I so see it.
And he's not even gonna be playing.
I know.
He's gonna Noah Syndergaard that.
Yeah, probably.
He's definitely ducking that one. We'll be seeing him in the backwards cap that night.
100%.
Yeah, they should play a blooper video for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Garan. Garan's gonna be sick. Completely agree.
Big 1-2 punch with Chesty.
Him and Shet. Oh. And then Benny.
So
Benny gonna
excited.
sprinkle his magic there. That's gonna be lethal.
That'll be fun.
Oh, Georgie. Oh, Georgie.
Blooper videos would have more than the highlights, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, how many softies did he let up here? Oh.
A miserable amount.
You really think he's gonna get a video though? Oh.
I think so. They come to the Garden soon. Now that I think about it, I remember seeing they play them in October at the Garden.
I'm gonna look. Why do they just hand these tributes out now?
Yeah. I mean, obviously Strom's gonna get one.
Oh
no! Show on the game 5.
Toronto.
I
Just
know.
because he's there.
Strome, nah, they're not gonna rain the booze on him. Maybe I don't know.
I think Georgiev's gonna get. Okay, if I had to guess right now, with Georgiev, I think it's gonna be 50-50.
That's a fair assessment.
I think maybe 60-40 more towards booze, because there's a lot of fans that didn't like him.
Yeah, they would exaggerate clap over him making a save after letting in softies. The fans did not like him. He had a bad attitude.
I think there might be more booze. Strome, I'd say 70-30 more cheers.
Yeah.
Maybe 80-20 cheers.
Not like most of the people in the stadium aren't with like all the Twitter, the slander of Ryan Strome and all the empty nets. I feel like they'll just applaud the guy, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vetrano, if he gets a little thank you in there, he'll definitely be
he'll get a cheer. No reason to get booed.
David Quinn. Boo!
That'll be 100-0.
Swagger.
That's gonna be fun.
I dare them to give David Quinn a video. I dare them.
We'll be in the building for that. Oh, that's October 20th. Wow. It's coming close.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be in that building there. Oh, I'm going to be in that
Start
building.
a huge amount of chance.
Oh.
Wowzers.
Yeah, Strom was a nice guy. That's why I think he's gonna
He
get chipped too.
was.
He was
Yeah.
great.
He did a lot for the community. He was a great locker room guy, so that's why he'll get what he deserves with the cheers.
Yeah, this is very true also.
Yeah, that's a big point right there. Georgiev has some, rage problems, to say the least.
Who's starting first line right wing? As of right now, Barca Goudreau. Who else could be a candidate? I should give Justin Braun a video tribute.
Oh God.
Then the standards are really low. I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna give a video tribute to anyone else. I don't think there's anyone else worthy.
Cop. Like
No,
no.
Cobb was not here long enough.
Yeah, like they'll do Vetrano just because they feel
They should give
obligated
one to
because
Mott.
it's Strom. Oh, that would be lovely.
They should.
They
Because
gotta.
he's gonna be back. Actually, are they even gonna play at the Garden? Yeah, December 2nd. I was gonna say before the deadline. They'll be
What a
there.
story that would be
Give
when he
Tyler
comes
Mott
back.
a tribute. Give him a
Back,
tribute.
helps us win the Stanley Cup. Oh, that would be the story of the century.
I'm bringing a sign to the opening night about Tyler Mott. I'm getting a custom jersey with Mott on the back.
That's a great idea.
Saying bring him back. Bring him back by the deadline. Bring him back. I'm holding that
Please.
sign high. Just holding it high.
Get it done, Chris Jerry. What about the McKay?
You know what? That's a great one
no.
too. Yes.
Greg
McKegg video
McKegg.
tribute.
Are we that down bad?
I saw Greg McKegg score a goal live in the 1920 season against the Detroit Red Wings. It was a shorthanded goal and it was great. I got to see something that not a lot of people did.
A Greg McKegg goal in person. I'll get emotional.
Oh, me too, man.
Well,
me too.
The watermarks will be out. We're gonna need the tissues. It's gonna be a sad night when the Oilers come into
for
town.
guys that should have been Rangers too, because Zach Hyman, I would love for him to get a video too.
Zach Hyman. Oh, that's
been a Ranger.
Peak last off season.
He should have been a Ranger.
It's a great call.
Who else are we forgetting? I think they let some other depth guys go that we got to give a little bit of love to there now.
Kevin Rooney.
Oh, that's right. Kevin Rooney, that's what I was forgetting. The Rune stuff. Yes.
Give the man a tribute. The Calgary Flames, when they roll into town, they'll be getting one. Book it.
Sens Habs was pretty good tonight. What ended up being the score? Did Tyler Mott score?
Oh,
that's what I need to know.
Me. He's already scored a few. I mean, granted, empty net on him, but I don't care. Tyler Mott, he gets anything he does is just great. Hey, Frankie, from another Nico. Is he talking to you about Vetrano?
He's calling me Frank Vetrano. It took me a second.
Frank's a great comparison.
You guys are killing me. Here.
Ooh, the Brincat had a couple.
Enough with Vitali.
Yo, Jesse, what is your deal with Kravtsov, man?
Yep, 4-3. Ottawa in OT. DeBrincat had a pair. Love to see that. Listen, even though
our first round opponent this year.
Yes, even though they're gonna get bounced in 5 by us, but still. Was at the game at the Prudential. Pretty damn fun. Right by the glass too. That's great that you were there for that, even though you were probably pulling your hair out just like me for most of that game because, my God, Julian Gauthier and Johnny Brzezinski, you would think they were possessed by Ryan Strome with how many open nets they were missing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I was tempted to go to that game, but didn't end up going. Was not trying to make that travel there to Jersey. Maybe one day, but
a preseason game almost put us in the CVS with freaking Julian Gauthier and Johnny Brodzinski. That's how bad it was.
Facts. Yeah, CVS was ready. The 2-story one also. I would be happy
The
if
two-story
they
one.
make the playoffs. Fair. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be a step forward for Ottawa.
Step in the right direction. For sure.
I don't think he's looked bad. He hasn't done anything noticeable. Like,
Yeah, he's been there.
I remember one time him getting burnt. That's really about it.
We're used to that, though.
Yeah, Gauthier was really stressful. I got spicy pork shank going. That's great.
You're a legend.
That is
Ton of
great.
people there. I'm talking at least 8,000. Mostly Ranger fans, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot of Ranger fans were there.
What are the buildings we take over? That's another good question when we enter them on the road. You got New Jersey. Got Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina's another building.
Both Florida.
UBS.
UBS.
We take over. That's all we do.
Arizona.
You're welcome for filling your building, everyone.
Yep.
You're welcome. Miller looks amazing, though. Yeah, Keandre's been great.
Yeah.
Luka, welcome back.
Stud. Luka.
Wait a minute. There's a comment that sparked an idea. Because it's not related to this. Patrick Nemeth video tribute.
Oh my God. We
Yes.
forgot about the GOAT.
Patrick can't skate Nemeth.
Oh, his tribute video. It's going to send MSG.
That's going to make
It's going to be a pool.
Cry. If
that's an emotional night.
Tribute.
Oh
my God.
So hard.
Oh, the boos are going to rain. Imagine.
Jesus. That's funny.
You know, I'd cheer this one. He got us a first-round pick. Although I was thinking, you think anyone's going to boo Neil Zonquist when he returns?
I think so. I think so.
Tons of blue, place erupted when bread and Key scored. Only complaint I have about the Prudential Center is their horn is so annoying. Well, yeah, nothing's like MSJ.
Yeah.
Because everyone complains about us not having a real horn, but when you hear that compared to the real horns, you appreciate your ears not getting completely, you know what, when you hear the real horns.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, we were talking about a Ryan Stroma tribute.
He'll get one.
I don't know. He's not going to get booed. Nah. He's not going to get booed when he returns. Whenever Jacob Trouba's gone, when he returns, though, I mean...
We'll be the first in line.
Oh, I will gladly. Those aren't Troubs, Joe. Those are boos. That's what we're going to hear. Although Sam will probably think we're cheering for him, but no.
Yeah, he will.
No, we are not.
We're not, Sam. Sorry.
Who else could? Keith Kincaid. Maybe a Keith Kincaid video.
Another interesting one.
Step up in the NHL.
Yeah, he comes up for a game, and
I'd give him one before Georgiev.
Me too. Although he was chirping a little
for
bit
the emojis.
Season one.
No, he wasn't chirping. It apparently was him talking about. It was just bad timing. He was referring to the judge at bat. He was talking about that because like judge got walked and he tweeted that.
That makes sense now. Okay, the timing. It's funny.
Yeah, I like Kincaid. I met him also after one of the games. He was a great guy. Definitely liked Kincaid. The best spot to get jerseys, I get mine at Cool Hockey when they have sales. Problem is they haven't had sales recently.
Thinking about getting a mystery box from there one of these days. They seem very cool, but
it's risky.
I remember your video. You got a Sharks blank. I mean,
that wasn't bad, but like
not the bad. It's not the worst.
But still,
you want to do is open it and get a Devils jersey or an Islanders jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, what happened with Cool Hockey, Jesse?
Scammed you.
What happened with Cool Hockey?
Damn. This guy got his bread, man.
It probably came without the A because of the fact that he only wears the A at I think he only wears it on the road, and that's why.
Mm,
Wow, they're really charging a lot though for the mystery boxes now.
how much?
150. They used to be like less than 100 when I got mine.
150.
The whole point that like the mystery box should be cheaper than that, like because you're risking a jersey you don't like. I'd rather just spend the extra bucks on a
If you
guaranteed
get
one at
something
that point.
like good, like I mean, it's not like there's just it's way more risky. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I need to get I need to stock on jerseys. I do want to get a Trocheck jersey.
Yeah, or t-shirt or something for sure. Show check. I'll be here for a while.
Voracek, Bacek, Trocheck. Of course, it's a Krasov related jersey. Of course it is.
I can't tell if you're serious.
There's no way you're serious. That I'd believe it if Fanatics did that.
Cool hockey though.
Did you see when Fanatics sent AK that Barker Goudreau jersey where it was like Rangers on the back and then the front was the Lightning logo?
No way.
I don't how do they do it? It's
What?
actually it's mind blowing.
Yikes! That is horrible.
I like how Jones played, got his rookie card graded because I believe he'll have a great season. Smart move.
Love it.
Smart move. I want to get into hockey cards more
Yeah, I got into it
because
for a little bit, and then like a couple months ago, then stopped. But I kind of want to get back in. It's fun.
yeah, definitely is. Especially you'll feel rewarded if you're right about certain players.
Mhm.
Uh the reverse retros, I'm not sure when they're getting revealed. I haven't heard anything personally. I don't know. I think actually no, I think they're getting revealed October 14th, I think actually was the date, which is
Mm,
weird that they're waiting for the season to start for that, but uh I will get whatever the Rangers reverse retro is, I'm probably going to get
agreed.
because I got it. And I don't think I'm going to get a player this year though on mine
Hmm.
cuz I got Kako on mine the last time and I who knows how much longer he's going to be here, let's be honest. And I think that I'd rather get if I'm gonna get a player, maybe I'd get like Mika actually, just because he's going to be here for the next 8 years, no matter what. Like Mika would be a safe pick. Igor, I'd get one of those two probably if I was to get a player on the reverse retro.
Yeah, those are good choices. 100%.
You got a Foxy rookie. That's a legendary one. Then
The card.
that must go for a lot.
Laugh, Rookie, and Jones. Nice.
But yeah, I definitely do because it's also something that I feel like would be entertaining content too if I was just doing hockey card openings. I don't know. That could be entertaining.
Yeah, that'd be good for videos. No doubt.
The only problem is like I don't know like the strategy because some people say opening packs isn't the way to go about it. Some people say it is. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Remember when Kravtsov played with his name spelled wrong on the Liberty jersey years ago? Gretzky played with his name spelled wrong on the Liberty jersey too. Coincidence? I think not. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh David.
Oh,
Oh David.
we don't need to talk about the Mets.
We're having fun, David.
Just got to bring this up and remind us.
Um, all I'll say is MICKEY I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Great. I'll leave it off.
Honestly, opening packs is just enjoy the hobby more. Buying cards is the way to go if you want specific cards. True.
Good
True,
point.
yeah. Oh, Jesse, you must be living such a great life. You must live such a happy life.
What's the Mets?
That would be. I wish I lived that life. That would be such a great life. Could you imagine that one? Not knowing about the Mets' existence.
I wish I didn't know.
That would be such a peaceful experience of life.
Oh, it would.
Nope. I do not.
Nah, I actually ate pizza.
You hate it too?
Yep. No, I'm
was-
joking. Nah, I love pizza. Come
I was getting flamed on Twitter. I was like, dang, you could have my back there.
on. Dave, you really don't? I thought you were joking too.
No, I was getting flamed on Twitter the other day.
I don't understand that. Wow. Opinion, though. We respect opinions.
No, I understand that opinion. I understand getting flamed for that opinion. That one I'm not gonna be mad when anyone flames me for not liking pizza. That one I can understand. I go to Canada to buy most of my cards, better prices over there. So you're probably like right by the border then, huh?
Yeah.
Been collected for 40 years. Do not open Scarewax Pest.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
We got you, David. And the notepad.
Noted. And I am glad that you're not talking about the Mets anymore. Thank you.
Good.
Wow, so you drive 7 hours for some cards?
You're a
Jeez.
dedicated man.
I mean, I respect it. Or is it just like you go there every so often and that's kind of why?
Probably how it works.
But I haven't been there. I do want to go there for a game at some point.
Oh, Toronto.
I was supposed to go last year. Didn't happen. Welfare Convention, the Toronto Sports Car Convention. I've never heard of that. Interesting. Huh. A little. He hasn't looked awful in preseason. He needs to trust his shot more. He needs to trust his shot more. He has a great shot. That wrist shot that he had, what was it, the first game? Was nice. Just he doesn't use it enough.
Yeah, I agree. Losing a little bit of faith over here. Definitely not what we expected when we first drafted him. He's not going to be that type of guy, but just be a
Actually, no, it was the second game. Sorry.
Yeah. Be a good two-way player. Give me friggin' 40 points, 40, 50 points. I would love that. And just use that shot because it's a good one.
Yeah, completely agree. He needs to be more confident. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame this year. Yeah, I want to check that out too. That's part of why I want to go for a game there and to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
That'd be fun.
I think Slapshot video was CGI. Not sure what you're referring to, if I'm being honest. Not sure. But yeah, I definitely want to check that. I want to start going to more arenas for sure.
Yeah, I haven't been to many at all. I don't know about you.
Nope. I have been to just the UBS and MSJ.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, the old Nassau.
Yeah.
Going to go to Game 3 in Tampa against the Rangers, but fell through last second, unfortunately.
That's great that it did.
But yeah, I mean, good
That's
thing.
Great news.
I don't want to witness that freaking Pollock goal, 40 seconds on the clock.
Or Jacob Trouba thinking it's football.
No bueno.
Oh, the Kako video. You think it was fake?
I don't think so.
I don't think that was fake. He has a shot. He has a great shot. Just again, he doesn't use it enough. That's the issue.
Nope.
If only he did. Maybe one day.
Let's hope.
I'm sorry. But listen.
Gives us nightmares.
New year. All right. And I'm feeling confident personally.
Cried
I'm
said it
feeling
right to you
confident.
too. What
What'd
we're
you
gonna
say?
do this year. Cried said it right to you as well.
Yeah, that's true. Kreider said to me, "We're winning the cup."
It's happening. Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of get that. I
and
kind of
then
get that.
him in the interviews. I mean, it's not that he doesn't know a lot of English. He just feels, I feel awkward, like giving like those little 5-word answers. I don't know.
Wow, you're putting money down on it. Respect it.
Whoa.
You put two
Okay.
grand on it, or that's the payout.
That would be insane if you put 2 grand on it.
If you put 2 grand on it, I mean, that's that's crazy. That's confidence at its finest. Oh my God, here we go. I wonder what this is gonna lead to.
Oh, Jesse, take that back, man.
Yes, you better put that on Zach Jones.
Put it on Zach, please.
Oh, for for a ticket? That's crazy. What do the lines look like? Right now, you have Kreider, Zibanejad, Goudreau, Panarin, Trocheck, Kravtsov, Laffy, Heedle, Kako. And then we don't know about the fourth line right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a troll. But I'm having a hard time piecing that one together. So I'm just going to leave
Leave
that
it
one
at.
alone.
Yeah, we'll never understand it.
If it changes in the season, we are paying a guy $8 million to not even quarterback one of our power play units, to not even be on our top defensive pair, to not even be to barely be our fourth best defenseman.
Oh boy.
Imagine seeing the cup lifted, not a better feeling. I I want to be there for that so bad,
There's nothing more.
especially the banner going up.
Oh,
Um, it's Jones with Schneider. It's looking like right now.
let's hope it sticks that way.
Yep. But we're probably gonna end things here since it's getting late. Hate to end it when the chat's being active, but we don't like to make things too long here. So, Nico, do you have any final thoughts before we end things?
I just gotta say, man. I mean, next time we record the pod, I think the season will be going on just about, and it's gonna be a fun year. It's finally back. Regular season New York Rangers hockey. Get hyped. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get Nick on. We don't even know where he was. He was supposed to get on, but
Hey,
an
big
hour
time.
30 later, knowing him, we'll text right after we end this. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like if you didn't already and subscribe if you guys are new. This will be up the audio version if you do want to listen to it later on Spotify, Apple, or Google, wherever you want to listen to it, you can. So be sure to give us support there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good night, everyone. Let's go, Rangers.